Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, it's my fifth year now in AgriBusiness Forum, and it started in Ceres, then to Trikala, Athens, and now here. And it's a journey. It's an amazing journey. So see a different Greece all over, a big country, a large country, with lots of opportunities, but also lots of regional differences, and regional differences with opportunities, and opportunities. You can manage opportunities and take advantage of them, but it's not easy, and that's done in the Netherlands also step by step. And I always suggest make the first step and the rest will follow. And maybe afterwards we can zoom in some detail in the different regions. My name is Geert Wilms. I'm of course, thank you for having me again here. It's a bit awkward being the only one, and now the only one with not a Greek background, but it's also being special, and it's also, special, always feeling welcome here. I will tell you about what I'm standing for, and that's agriculture innovation in Brabant, and that's in the Netherlands. And I will tell you something about the triple-helix, and that's the working together of academia, farmers, enterprises, and government. Of course, in the Netherlands, it's a different situation than in Greece, and we have an economic agricultural power, and the trade balance is 28 billion euros surplus. So it's an enormous, economic factor in the Netherlands. Has been so for the last 50 years. The background of my agriculture innovation Brabant is a partnership of a regional government, that's the province of North Brabant, and the province of North Brabant is one of 12 provinces in the Netherlands, and it's in the south of the Netherlands. It's a very, very dense area with 2.5 million people living on 5,000 square kilometers. But not only people live there, also a lot of livestock, for example, 25 million chicken and 5 million pigs. Also, strawberries is an important crop in Brabant. 75% of the strawberries in the Netherlands come from Brabant, and it's 20,000 stremma's, 2,000 hectares. The other partner is the ZLTO, that's the Farmers Organization in the south of the Netherlands. And we have, in Brabant, you have around 10,000 farmers, and most of them are members of the ZLTO. And ZLTO is one of 3 farmers' unions in the Netherlands. What's the goal of this partnership of the farmers and the regional government? That's work towards a more sustainable agriculture in the province, and also try to get more embraced by society. And we call it socially accepted and valued sector. That's socially and economically valued. Our approach has 3 different corners. One is we have small amounts of money to support farmers and to support projects. We support around 30 projects each year, but we also have access to knowledge, and we also have access to a good network. The president of ZLTO is also the president of LIB, and the vice president of LIB is the regional minister of agriculture in Brabant. Last but not least, it's also, we have knowledge, we have euros, we have a network, but we also have moral support for innovative farmers, because innovation is also a lonely road, and you need support by others. And in this support, we have also always the triple-helix model, and it's now for 10, 20 years in the Netherlands. So that's government working together with enterprises and farmers, and with knowledge institutes. And knowledge institutes is not just academia and universities, but also, regional schools and stuff like that, and also consultants. This triple-helix model is always based on a win-win situation, because also in the Netherlands, government and farmers, they are also not always on the same track. But when you're on the same track, 80% of the time, we have win-win situations because they want to, both of them want to have a more sustainable agriculture. The benefits to the industry, for example, in projects is that they are in the front seat of innovation and innovation from university or from other knowledge institutes. The benefits from academia is also that their research will become better if they get farmers involved, because farmers, they say what they think, and that's needed for academia in not do research for 5 years and then throw it over the hedge to the farmers. No, do it together. And the benefits of the government is, of course, that you now have a more sustainable products and more sustainable processes. And this is a win-win and for all of the three of them. So collaboration is the key, and also equivalency in the three actors. So you have to trust each other, and this is the trust we need for good developments. And now I have some practical examples of the last 20 years. We support 30 projects each year. Now, these are 7 of them. Of course, the better, even the best ones, of course. Not also lots of projects, they don't succeed and they stop after 2 or 3 years, but that's innovation. Not everything is successful. A living lab, we also, in the Netherlands, we don't have a word for that. So in Greece, you don't have a word for that. We don't have a word for that either. So, and we just use the English word. This is example 1. This is also where in 2019 a Greek group of visitors came to the Netherlands, and we also visited this living lab. And this is a future farm based on a farmer in this in the middle of Brabant. And he is van de Borne potatoes, so he's a potato farmer, and he has 6,500 stramas of potatoes. So he's a big farmer, and he works together with Wageningen University, with the technical university, and also with the regional government involved. And they try everything about, you see on the right side at the bottom, Van de Borne himself is using, say, a drone to inspect the potatoes. And you see on the left side, on the corner below, you see also students thinking together about how to grow how to use technical instruments to grow potatoes in a better way. This is another example that started 20 years ago. And it's about 5,000 stramas in the western part of Brabant, and it's around Koosen. That's a cooperation of about 10,000 farmers, and most of them grow sugar beets, and they have an area near the sugar beet factory, and they developed it the last 20 years, and now there are 2,000 stramas of greenhouses, and these greenhouses, they use the wastewater of the sugar beet factory and also heat of the sugar beet factory. And these connections, there's also a win-win situation on the spot there. And in this situation, the province of North Brabant is involved, and also the regional government, the municipality, and also knowledge institutes, because water has to be stored first and then spread around to the greenhouses, and that takes a lot of knowledge and research. This cooperation with Koosen, so the cooperation of the farmers, the corporation is a big corporation, has a turnover of about 2 billion euros, and they started to invest in this 20 years ago, and now the investment for only horticulture, the greenhouses, is now about 400 million euros, and it's almost finished. And also 5 years ago, together they made an innovation center to try to be try to even use more of the sugar beet, not the sugar, but also the fiber, for example, the same for Volkswagen and stuff like that. And this is some pictures, so you see on the left side, you see the sugar beet factory, and we only have 2 sugar beet factories in the Netherlands, and we have lots of sugar beets. And also, of course, the windmills, yeah, the new windmill in the Netherlands for sustainable energy. This is a smaller example of one farmer, one dairy farmer, who started, he has 100 cows and he produces 1 million liters of milk, and he started with a dairy processing on his farm. So the cows are milked by a milking robot, and the milk is directly processed in another unit, and within, say, 6 hours, the milk from the cow is in a bottle and directly to the retailer. And this is also added value, and he is able to sell this milk for the double price in the retail organization. So we have Albert Heijn and Jumbo, the 2 big retail organizations in the Netherlands, and they sell it for a double price as a normal milk. This is also another example about water, using water also from a big factory, a brewery in this case. Bavaria Brewery produces 1.5 million cubic meters of wastewater, and that is now treated so that it can be used for irrigation in the surrounding for arable farming and also grassland farming. And 20 farmers of about 300 stramas each, they use this wastewater treated to spray their crops. And this is also a win-win. Bavaria doesn't have to pay as much taxes for the wastewater, and the farmers, they have irrigation water, so their produce is even 10 to 20% better. And here the water board, that's also a regional government, is the linking pin between those two. Here you see on the left side the CEO of Bavaria, he's interested, and also the regional, not the regional minister, the Minister of Infrastructure, because this is a pilot and she sees this should be everywhere in the Netherlands because we also have a lack of water. Not only working together with universities and farmers, this is with Design Academy in Eindhoven, design students working together with farmers producing new products. You see examples from leek, from mushrooms, and from pigs. And on the right above, you see on the Dutch Design Week, that's organized by the regional government in combination with the national government. You see the minister interested in a product from a farmer at the Dutch Design Week. Controlled traffic farming, that's on the farm, that's a new system invented 20 years ago in organic farming. Wageningen did the research, say the gain, less emission of greenhouse gases and more yield. And nowadays, all organic arable farmers use this system. This system is staying on the same track each year, better for the soil and better for, for the health of the plant and more yield. Last example, the vegetarian butcher. That's, his origin is an arable farmer in Western Brabant, and he wanted to do something with protein crops and add value to plant proteins. And he, together with Wageningen did the research. He invented a new structure of a plant-based protein, and he started a plant in 2017 to make vegetarian meat. And in 2017, he had already 20 million, he started in 2013, started the business in 2007. In 13, he started the business. And in 17, he already had 20 million euros of revenue. And Unilever, that's a big company in the Netherlands, they bought it in 2018. And we don't know because Unilever doesn't give the figures, but we think now is a turnover of about 200 million, and they want to have it in 2025. They want to have a turnover of $1 billion. So that started with one arable farmer in Western Brabant. Small step first, and this is a big step if you look back 10, 15 years.